Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and the market, after having been pulling back for a week or so, is now looking to start to show us some green. Just about everything is starting to kind of move towards the green area, and you can see it all here. Okay, there is Riz XRP sent me this. We talked about this the other day. About how Vitse and basically this is an article about his tweet that we talked about, where he's doing a proposal to have non-fungible tokens on the XRP ledger. This is a big deal. I mean, now NFTs, especially for the older portion of my audience, that may seem weird and silly to you, but of course a lot of this at first seems weird and silly. But NFTs is a huge business, and it took me a while and I'm still trying to get my mind around it completely. But basically, and I tested it this weekend actually. I forgot to pull mine up, but I did pull James Rule, his NFT that he created up. He had messaged me a couple of times, and he actually inspired me to try doing one myself, which I did with a video of my son batting. And then, but James Rule had done one with the X from XRP, and he's got it. The way these things work is you basically, the way I understand it, you can create these animated GIFs, and then you can put them up for sale on these NFT markets. Probably one of the bigger ones that I've seen is called OpenSea, and that's I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put an OpenSea link in the description of my videos, and then because I think what's going to happen here is we're going to start to see a lot of NFT marketplaces that pop up, have it like XRP NFT marketplaces, or they will be just added to the existing ones. But this is what it is basically the idea is that this NFT that he's created will never be duplicated. Once you buy this one, it's on the blockchain, and so this one can be identified as that unique NFT, and then they're bought and sold, and who knows how they catch on. Okay, that's the gist of the way I understand it. Okay, I saw this clip right here from Michael Saylor, who is a total Bitcoin max. He's the guy from MicroStrategy. Now, before I play this and go through this, I want to reiterate the point. My point in telling you the things that are true and untrue about Bitcoin is not that I don't understand and appreciate and own some Bitcoin. I understand the purpose that Bitcoin fulfills, and in my opinion, it fulfills the following. It was the first one, and it's been the one they've flashed up in the media in front of everybody, and people are coming into this because they first hear about Bitcoin. Okay, and I think that for that reason, the fact that Bitcoin was the game-changing technology, the initial technology, I think that's good. It's good for all of crypto. It's great. But that does not mean that then we should all ignore the things that are being said that aren't true and just act like Bitcoin is the end-all, be-all. And the reason I say that is because I believe that in the end, a lot of people are going to get burned by thinking that Bitcoin is the end-all, be-all, because it's not. Bitcoin is not going to be changing payment systems. They created the terminology store of value, and they know they did because it can't fulfill what the white paper says on Bitcoin. They know it. He knows it. All of them know it. But this clip right here is just pure and tea. Not true. Listen to what he says.
First of all, it's the hardest money on earth. It's an institutional grade safe haven asset. It's gold without all the imperfections of gold on a digital monetary network that moves at the speed of light that you can program to do 1 million transactions a second. So
a million
Bitcoin
transactions a
is digital
second.
gold on a big tech monetary network. Why would you want it? You would want it for the.
I mean, that's just putting stuff out that's just not so. This is what's so. XRP is the best digital asset for payments. XRP moves in 3 seconds. Bitcoin could move in a longer period of time than 66 minutes. The transaction cost, scalability, XRP 1,500 transactions per second, Bitcoin 32, not a million. Okay. Anyway, moving along. And then here's a clip. This is the mayor. I think he's the mayor of Miami. Yes. Was it? Yeah. Mayor of Miami. And he's talking about Bitcoin as well.
Bitcoin. You've generated a lot of headlines because you suggested paying municipal workers in Bitcoin, putting some of the city's reserves in Bitcoin, letting people pay taxes in Bitcoin. Isn't that risky? And tell me, how would that work?
Obviously, anytime you invest in anything, of course it's risky. There's absolutely no obligation whatsoever for any of our employees to do that. In terms of the investment part, we invest in a variety of different commodities, whether they be, sugar, pork bellies, whatever the commodity may be.
Well, sure, but none of those other commodities fluctuate 10, 20% in a day the way Bitcoin does.
That's why it's something that we're studying, not necessarily something we're jumping right into.
I want to read you something that Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said. Bitcoin is an extremely inefficient way of conducting transactions and is a highly speculative asset. I mean, so when you hear that from the Treasury Secretary, doesn't that make you think twice?
It doesn't surprise me at all that a Treasury Secretary would find a decentralized potential currency to be hostile to a currency that they control. For people who invest in Bitcoin, the allure is precisely that it's not backed by a central government, so it's not manipulatable by a central government.
You're talking about investing government resources in this completely decentralized resource, which scares people a bit.
Does it scare you? I guess it scares you.
I don't live here.
Okay, so what you got here is you have a mayor who is grabbing Bitcoin headlines, okay? I don't know if this guy yet knows the deal. He said he's looking into it. But the bottom line is if anybody who's intellectually looking into crypto and digital assets is going to realize really quickly that all Bitcoin is going to be as a store of value. That's not the digital asset that you're going to be wanting to use to pay your employees or anything like that. And they all know this. Now, he may not know it yet, but he'll find out. It won't be Bitcoin that he chooses if he's really exploring this. Now, I think right now a lot of people are using the word Bitcoin because it's a headline grabber. And that's because the handful, or probably not handful, but a lot of billionaires want it to be Bitcoin because that's what they invested in early and they want to ride that first. That's what I've always felt like. Okay, and then you got Mark Cuban, who has also been activated.
Americans like to think that we're always the biggest invest at everything, but we're not really in this particular case, and that can be concerning because if we don't, it's just like, look, most of the internet's in English, right, in terms of the governance, DNS, etc. And so we've got to really hopefully be a leader in this. Now, there's a lot of ways to discuss that. Does that mean selling half the gold in Fort Knox and buying a basket of Bitcoin and Ethereum and maybe some others? I would be all for that because I think gold is useless.
That guy right there is not a dummy. And let me tell you what, if he's saying Bitcoin and Ethereum out loud, he's looking at the actual viable crypto behind the scenes and probably already owns it and probably owned it years ago. Gator Trader sent me this one. Now, I'm not going to play this video because this is the type thing I would get a copyright hit for. It's got a little bit of music over the top of it. But the current events may cause a drastic decline in cash usage due to the risk of contamination. Could the current events signal the end of cash in the United States? And can the U.S. really function without physical currency? For those of you that are wondering, that are here wondering why I say current events, it's because these words are not allowed to be spoken on here, okay, on YouTube. Okay, and then we have this. Now, this is kind of weird because I've tried to go and find where the root of this article. They've got this quotation from Kevin O'Leary it's this article right here. They've got this quotation, but I didn't see where the quotation's coming from. It says Canadian, Swiss, and many other regulators have done a 180% on Bitcoin. This is a game changer for many investors, including me. And I don't know where he said this, but you'll remember this is what he said a while back about Bitcoin.
One day, and I'm waiting for this one. I'm waiting for the day that one of these regulators comes down hard on Bitcoin. Grown men are going to weep when that happens.
Well,
You'll
see,
one day.
I don't know. I know that a lot of regulators have said bad things about Bitcoin, like Christine Lagarde and Janet Yellen and these people. They obviously don't like it. Anyway, a bunch of them have. I feel like they're going to let Bitcoin exist, or I feel like they're not going to do some major crackdown. They could, but who really knows what these people are up to? But what I do know is that these same people are the ones who have been working hand in hand with what Ripple's been doing. I've been covering it for over 2 years. It's not a coincidence that Ripple and some of these others, not just Ripple, but some of the others like Stellar, we've seen Circle, Paxos, I believe, they've been at these meetings with these people for the last 2 or 3 years, and they weren't sitting around talking about Bitcoin. In fact, they were saying it was not Bitcoin. Crypto Dim is the next thing. Pomp said, if you like Bitcoin at 58,000, then you should love it at 44,000. Peter Schiff, who never goes away, he says, and if you love it at 44,000, then I guess you should super duper love it with a cherry on top at $4,000. Now XRP Crypto Wolf sent me this. Google Finance adds a crypto tab featuring Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And here's the tab right here. And then these are the crypto that pop up there at the top. It's not just Google Finance. If you go to Yahoo Finance and you go down here, this is on the home page, cryptocurrencies, and then you can click on that and it will take you to the entire cryptocurrency thing. That's been there for a while. I just didn't know if some of you are aware of it. Okay, RizXRP reminds us tomorrow, March 2nd, Gary Gensler is supposed to be nominated as the SEC chairman. Should be an interesting day. Here's what also happens tomorrow on the 2nd. I told you yesterday, I'm going to keep reminding you, this is March Madness month. So Unstoppable Domains is going to be, they're going to, for the first time ever, they're going to release a lot of their premium domains for sale. Here's the 7 most expensive .coms ever. LasVegas.com, 90 million. Car insurance, 49.7. Insurance, 35.6 million. PrivateJet.com, 30 million. Voice.com, 30 million. Internet.com, 18 million. You can see where this is going because that was the internet of information. This is the internet of value. And what I wanted to show you briefly, what some of these things, what these domains can do that you may not realize. But I wanted to reiterate, this will be in the description of my videos, a lot of my videos this month. At the very top, you'll have a link where you can go. If you haven't signed up for an Unstoppable Domains account, you can do it, and you can buy regular domains. Just think of different names for $40 a piece. But they're going to put up for sale starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time. They're going to start putting these up for sale. And this is from what I see, this is the same thing that went on during .com. There were some people that were there early and were able to get a shot at some of these things. Well, your shot starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's, I think they're doing it every week by theme. So this week's theme in the month of March is going to be sports. So there's sports related .crypto domains, those premium domains will be available. Now, they've got some videos that are right here that they posted that shows you what you can do. This is the first one that shows you how you can send money with your .crypto domain. Okay. All right. And then I wanted to show you this because I had never seen this. This, you can actually create your own decentralized website that cannot be taken down with your .crypto domain. Watch this.
To build your unstoppable website, what you want to do is click the left tab, go to My Domains, select your domain by pressing Manage, and once you're on the management page, select the Website tab. Then choose a template. And now select a template for your website. Now that I'm here, I can start going down this right menu and editing the content, whether I'm changing images.
Anyway, I won't go any further than that, but I wanted to show you that they already have it built in so that you can take your .crypto domain and go and build your own decentralized website. And that is a big deal. They also have one where it shows you how to transfer your domain. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment. That's my dad calling. I'm a digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that you need to go sign up, because when that sale starts tomorrow, if you're not signed up, you're probably not going to even have a chance. Thanks for listening.